What's up, guys? Cole Turner, 2022 NFL draft prospect. I play tight end, went to school at the University of Nevada. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments or DM me on Instagram, get into the Q&A. So the first question is, and I feel like it's the most asked question, is how was it? The combine it's a crazy experience for sure. I'm lucky, first off, to be chosen and selected to get the opportunity to go and compete and be there and meet with a lot of different teams. So honestly, it was a great experience, and I'm really glad I got the chance to go. And what did you do the night before to prepare yourself? The night before, I pretty much try to treat it like every other day. It's something you prepared for 3 months, thought about your whole life. You don't want to freak yourself out or psych out. So I tried to just take it like every other day. I read a little bit before I fell asleep. I'm reading the book right now, Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. Tried to go to bed early to catch some sleep. Of course, toss and turn a little bit thinking about the next day. But best advice I've gotten from a pro on what the league is like. When I talk to people, luckily in my agency, Rep 1, they give us a chance with a lot of different guys come back and say you can just talk to them and ask them, about what it was like transitioning to the league. And I hear the hardest thing is just the mental aspect of staying on top of the plays and kind of figuring out how to navigate yourself in a world where you go from being around guys your same age all day, every day, to now you're competing for a spot with somebody who's 32 years old with kids. Just kind of finding a role for yourself is probably the best advice I've gotten. Where do I think I will get drafted? I honestly have no idea. You try not to listen to the projections or people talking to you about it. I just want to be the best version of myself and become the best player I can when a team does give me an opportunity. And how many days a week do you work out? I work out on the field, without be running, some type of running stuff that we were doing to prepare for the 40 or the agilities, or catching balls as well, working on blocking. I do that probably 5 days a week, and then lift 5 days a week as well, and then have a day of some type of stretch and recovery as well. So usually doing things 6 days a week. What meals did you eat leading up to the combine? Some of the meals that I ate were they're provided by my agency to kind of keep us into a nutrition plan. We have a chef who cooks for all of us, like chicken and pasta and Brussels sprouts and broccoli, something like that. She makes it a lot more fancy, but honestly, it's good, and it's nice having food that's already pre-made for you. What kind of swag did I get at the combine? The swag that I got was they give us a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. They gave us a duffel bag, backpack, all sponsored by New Era. On my Instagram, my last picture, you can kind of see some of the stuff that I'm wearing when I'm working out and kind of just walking around the hotel. But they took care of us for sure. What was the day like on the day of the combine? You wake up early, and first thing you're worried about is weigh-ins. Just like you watch a fighter weigh in a boxer. You go and you stand in front of like 200 people, and you're standing there almost naked, standing on a scale with somebody talking about you, with 200 people just holding clipboards while you're standing there naked, writing notes down about you. So that's something that I'll never forget. And then straight from there, you go right into doing the bench press. So you go straight from standing there naked in front of 200 people to now you're lifting 225 pounds as many times as you can on a stage with a bunch of cameras, same type of deal. So you got to embrace the pressure and kind of try to bring your best self out of it, those type of situations. A lot of the stuff you see on TV is only a small part of what really happens, because you go through a flexibility test. From there, you get like 30, 45 minutes to warm up for the 40. You run those, you go straight from the 40 into going to your position work. After your position work, you go into the jumps, vertical, broad, short shuttle, agilities, and then after that you're done. But it seems quick, but that takes, we were there on the field from about 2 to 8 p.m. So we were there for quite a while. Funniest moment during draft prep? That's a good question. The guys I work out with, the other two tight ends, Cade Otten and Grant Calcaterra, will know this, and they'll think it's a lot funnier than most people. But we had a tight end coach named John Garrett, and when we would work out with him, we'd work on our blocking and he would talk about when he'd explain things, he would use really funny terms to explain them, like when you kind of bend down and try to dip under somebody and get your arm around for a cutoff block on the backside, he would call that genuflecting. So I'd never heard of the word genuflect before, or know if that's the definition, if that's the right terminology to use it in. But yeah, the funniest thing I've heard is you got to use genuflecting when you block. What are meetings like with the teams? So there's two different types of meetings. There's an informal meeting, which is pretty much everyone sitting in a huge room, and basically any team can come and grab you and talk to you for like 15 minutes or however long they want to talk to you. It's any team can come and grab you. That's usually where you meet with the position coach one-on-one, and that goes on for like 3-4 hours at night. Like that's usually from like 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. at night. So you're meeting with teams at that for a long time, talking to them, answering whatever questions they want to know. And then they also have these things called formal interviews, which is a team, is where you meet with the whole staff, usually all the coaches on your side of the ball, the GM, the head coach, sometimes even the owner can be in there, and that's where you're sitting in a room, and they have usually your film from last season pulled up, and you kind of go over whatever they want to go over in there. They'll ask you some questions, same type of deal, but that's usually where you're more on center stage, and it's a quieter setting where it's one-on-one, and kind of you get to meet the whole staff, and the whole staff gets to learn about you at once. What team do I want to draft me? I have no preference. I just want to, be in the best situation possible. So wherever that is, they'll become my favorite team, and I'll be decked out in all their gear, and I'll make sure my family is too. That's all the questions I got right now. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I don't sound too weird on camera, and you can kind of get to know me as a person if you don't already know me. I can keep doing this type of video stuff, get some other people in here, some other draft prospects or coaches, or we can keep making videos in general. So just let me know what kind of content you want to see. I'll start creating it, and let's keep growing together. I appreciate it.